comes up with, and I believe that one of the auto industries is going to bite the dust. And I don't think that there's going to be a lot that can be done to save it. And it's going to be because there's all this missing money, and none of the money is getting to the right places. But once again, it's going to be uncovered, and I do get the impression that he'll be able to turn things around. But one of the big three is going to bite the dust. 1 year from his taking office, a tremendous transformation is going to take place. And because things are going to be moving forward, moving in the right direction, I get the impression that there's going to be some legal issues that arise. And I'm seeing him being questioned. It's also going to be as a result of another male who is close to him breaking a promise, saying the wrong thing, and being a little bit less than honest and less than loyal. It'll cause him to be disappointed, but he'll move on, and he'll also replace that person. Over the next 90 days, 90 to 120 days, I'm seeing that he will travel across water to another country 2 to 3 times, and each time it's going to be about money. Nothing will happen to him. Nothing unexpected will happen to him. And if there is an attempt, which I do get the impression there will be, and 2 of them that will be foiled, I believe that that's going to happen on American soil. But Joe Biden is going to have his back. So it's just everything is kind of pointing to the fact that he's going to move forward. Now, I do get the impression that China is going to be wanting their money back. And that is going to be a big, big issue. I'm seeing them wanting to kind of call in their loans. But once the stolen money, all the mega money, the money that was supposed to go over to Iraq, once that's uncovered and repossessed, then I get the impression that Senator Barack Obama, President-elect, will be able to kind of turn things around in a financial method. He'll have everything that he needs to move the country forward, and we'll finally be able to breathe again. Because it seems like we've all been just kind of holding our breath, you know, waiting for the other shoe to drop. And we are going to take another big financial hit after we move into 2009, because another side, another wall of the mortgage industry is going to collapse. And it's going to make things look very, very dire for us. But again, he's going to be able to resurrect it. He's going to be able to pull it up out of the dirt and make it happen. Now, the world is also being influenced by the planet Pluto, which is power, transformation, control, and the unconscious. And from his astrological chart, he has the finger of destiny on him. So this indicates that he'll have a special power as well as creative potential. He's going to make things happen, and all is going to be well. I mean, we'll be able to kind of party in the streets in about 3 or 4 years. And I do get the impression that he'll have a second term in office, without a doubt. Now, in terms of his wife, you know her code name, I guess with the CIA or FBI, her code name is Renaissance. And she truly is a Renaissance woman. And she's going to really kind of get involved in his second year in doing things with children, doing things with health care, and kind of setting some new rules and guidelines in terms of children. As you know, the media's already asking her questions about your children making their beds, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So I get the impression that she's going to set a wonderful example of motherhood. But she won't be silent long. She's a Capricorn, very sturdy, very stable, very, very smart. So she's going to find her niche. But I get the impression for the first year she'll probably sit back and just kind of watch how the cards are played. And then she's going to throw her hat in a very big way. And I think she's going to be a great big part of the health care plan that he's going to be wanting to implement as well.
And well, do you see some tension there between her and Hillary, because, this was Hillary baby,
Yes, it
that
was.
health care when her husband was in. And
Yes, it was.
There could possibly be some jealousy and things like that.
A little bit, because I do feel like she's going to take some of the good from what Hillary Clinton was trying to implement, but she's a free thinker. She has a mind of her own, and she's going to move in her own direction. I just kind of get the impression that it will be said, well, that's what I was talking about, or that's what I thought of first. So Hillary's going to still want some kudos based on the ideas that Michelle Obama will be moving forward. So, yeah, there'll be a little bit of jealousy, but Hillary's going to have her plate so full, she won't have time to really deal with the petty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that she will kind of move on, but she will kind of step in there and say, well, yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's going to be okay. And because a 2-year is a year of partnerships and communication, people are going to really want to work together. They're going to be able to communicate their differences with it not being in an antagonistic kind of way. And I think that it's going to bring about harmony, which is going to make things considerably better as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, what about Bush? I mean, is he just going to ride out in the sunset, or is he going to be dealt with, or him and Cheney? What is going to happen with those two?
They are going to be brought in front of the congressional committees, and there is going to be questions about whether they should be tried for war crimes. And I do get the impression that some of the foreign leaders from the other countries, particularly Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Iran, are going to be calling for them to be called on the carpet about this. But I feel like they're going to get away clean in terms of this because they are the powers that be. They also have all the money. So I do get the impression that there's going to be people calling for their heads. And calling for some kind of explanation, explaining the lies that were told about the weapons of mass destruction, all of that. And I think that in all of that, the real reason why he invaded Iraq is going to be exposed. And I do believe that there was a karmic situation between the Bushes and Saddam Hussein. And Saddam Hussein was made to be the fall guy in this situation, but I do get the impression that he's going to be hauled out in front of the committees to really kind of explain this, because that's the only thing that's really going to bring peace between the countries, because what he's done has not been a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm quite sure that the foreign countries are going to want his head chopped off, so they not as long as he is brought out, and under trial, they'll be satisfied with that. Then
they will, as long as it's brought out and it is exposed that the reasons for the attack were not legitimate. I think they are going to be satisfied with that as long as the American people force the Bush administration to be accountable, and they're going to have to open up their books and their coffers and let us know what's in their war chest as well.